Good morning, welcome back to my channel. Today's 8/14 on the 11th of February. Yeah, that's right, February. Today I am doing the writing progress tag. I have a blog post about this with questions and answers. Which I'll link down in the description somewhere. And the originator of this tag is the Bookish Penbabe. And there's so many people that I could give thanks at least for showing me this tag and doing it. Calais Storm, Simon Apollo. He's newer. You know, he doesn't have as many videos, but I love the way he did it. Right in Melanin, and then La Casse Marie. I'm probably saying that wrong, and I'm so sorry. I'll be putting their YouTube video of this tag in the description below as well. Okay, so there's 21 questions, so I'm going to get right into it. What genres do you write in? Crime fiction, mystery, that's my favorite too. That's what I love, that's what I see, that's what I read, so kind of, as a beginner, that's kind of where it told me, you know, where my true feelings lie and my love for crime fiction is, you know, so that's what I write right now. I've heard that what you think you write about is not actually what you write about, and that's kind of sort of true, because I am doing crime fiction, which I love, but I thought it would be more adult, a new adult, I should say, but it's becoming more like young adult. So, and I'm seeing other things that I can actually do that, you know, kind of works a little bit better for me, as far as I like doing it. So we'll see. Right now, I just have two stories and a short story. So two completed novels, as far as first drafts, and the short story. So as I write more and I get more experience with the process of writing, then we'll see what happens from there, and if my interest lies somewhere else. But I kind of see it coming, kind of. So, question number 2: what settings get you most productive? What setting gets you the most productive? Desk. I've been in front of a desk for so long. Desk, you know, simple answer. My desk. Right now, I have one coming in, hopefully today, cross my fingers, because I'm trying to do my office, my little office, because right now I have a small TV table in front of the sofa. That right now, that's my desk. So I only have my laptop, so it's not a big deal, but hopefully my desk comes in today, and I'm hoping to share how I set that up, and pictures I might put up and things like that, because that's where I want to shoot my live streams from. That's one of my main goals. I like the vlog and I like the auto tag, but live streaming has been the most productive for me as a writer, so I want to hopefully share that with others. If you have multiple story ideas, how do you go about picking which one to start on first? I have many story ideas. Mine is kind of easy answer, weird way I do it. As far as my conversation in my head goes, like, oh, I would love to do a detective story, or I would love to do a black college, All-American, engaged to a white woman in Texas. I put Texas because I'm not sure where I actually put it, but I believe it was Texas. That after winning the state championship, was gunned down and murdered on their way back, on their last day back in the facility to pick up their stuff and get whatever they needed from their lockers. But that came to me out of nowhere. So the why I picked which story is a little weird. Also goes in my head and what I'm working on now. Oh, I want to know. I want to write about a detective story, and I pick one of the ones that I have that I'm like, oh, that interests me, or that is, So it's kind of, it's the mood, I guess. It's the simple answers. I want to do that, or I feel like doing this, and usually story ideas come to me pretty easily, so it's not a great big deal for me as far as what I'm in the mood for. Like that's been. I tried to do a Halloween grocery store murder, but I got upset with it because I wasn't gonna finish it in time for Halloween, so that's on my on the back burner for right now. Question number 4: do you outline? No. As Brian Sanderson says, I am a gardener. I have a general idea of what I want to write, like the examples I gave you on the previous question, but I don't outline. I'm one of those people, and I'm probably gonna get slack for this, but I'm one of those people that think that if I outline, I already told my story. I don't need to write it. What's the reason for writing it? So no, I'm a gardener. I'm a discovery writer, I guess is most known for. So yeah. Do you start your first draft with pen and paper, typewriter, or computer? Strictly first draft, always on the computer, Google Docs. I don't believe, to me, let me phrase this correctly. To me, my writing is not good enough to have it on pen and paper and notebook. I do have all my story ideas and journaling that I do, like gratitude and affirmations, but that's kind of simpler because I think writing it out is cathartic. So, but as far as the story, I need to be in front of a computer. I have Google Docs, so my phone could be my computer, my tablet could be my computer, but usually on the screen. What do you do to get through writer's block? Okay, this is the question I've been waiting to answer, because I've always said I don't get writer's block. I get scene blocks, character blocks, chapter blocks, but after actually looking it up, and I looked it up as definition of writer's block from Oxford Dictionary, I believe, and I was totally wrong. So first off, I want to apologize for that. I do get writer's block, but not in the sense that I can't find any words to write. I get character blocks, scene blocks, chapter blocks. Usually what I do is I step away from it. I think it's the easiest thing, because for me, it'll drive me crazy if I don't step away from it. Headphones and rap music usually gets me back into that writing mode, so that's what I do. Do you format your project from the beginning or worry about that later? I worry about it later. I need to, for me, I need to get the words on the screen. I wanna make sure that the words are on the screen. I can always edit, I can always format, I can, all that stuff I can usually wait for later, unless it's like really, really crazy as far as it doesn't make sense when I go back to see where I left off the previous day. But with Google Docs, it's pretty good, so, Question number 8. do you edit as you go or when you're finished with the first draft? So I try not to edit. Google Docs does not help me in that because if I see that little red squiggly line on the bottom of a word or that blue line, if I see it, I have to fix it. But if I'm in that zone that I'm just typing out words and I'm just looking at the keyboard, I usually miss it, and I can always edit later. So question number 9: after finishing your draft manuscript, how long do you give it a break before you start going back over it, or do you give it a break at all? I do give it a break. Unfortunately, it's too long of a break. My first ever novel, first draft, I finished that in August 19, 2020. I have not got back to it yet. I'm planning on actually rewriting, revision and editing it in the middle, like April, May of this year, because I think it's kind of, I need time to, because that book was the book that I have like 150,000 words to it, and it's supposed to be, the average is supposed to be 80 to 100,000, so I at least got to chop off 50. I'm hoping to chop off 60 or 70,000 words from it. But I overwritten, I put things in there that should not belong there, like it pertains to the family story and not the story that I'm writing, like not the particular character. So it should be kind of a easier edit, but the revision is going to be kind of hard because that was my first ever. So I have a lot of I said, she said, she did, he did, so and the other problem is that I saw that I chronicled the whole day, every day, and it's, people get bored. I get bored with it, so why am I writing that way? So, but, so it was my first, so I want to make sure, I make sure to get it done, but, yeah, I take too long with, getting back to stuff. It's been, August, 5, 6, 7 months, something like that, so, yeah. Question number 10. Is there something that you prefer to do to get through writing? Yeah, I mean, and the examples it gives me is playing music, TV, having your favorite drink, or food. The easy answer is yes, all of the above. If I'm not sprinting, as far as I'm not seeing somebody on YouTube, on live stream, writing sprints, I play music. I'm a snacker. I love caffeine, so if it's in the morning, I'm having coffee. If it's in the middle of the day, I'm drinking soda. Or if it's at night, depending how late at night, after 8, I'm drinking tea. So, all of the above. Question 11. Do you schedule your writing session? No, but I should. I am disabled, so I have all day to write, and it's my goal since February has been, if I write 1,600 words, I feel accomplished. But this February I added YouTube, so I have to start scheduling my days a little bit better, because I want a video, at least have, what they call it, I forget the word, but videos in the well, put it that way. And I'm not doing a very good job on that. Besides this one, which will probably be uploaded and put up today or tomorrow, I have another one that's in the well, and I would like to get like 6, 7, because in case something happens, if my health gets really bad or something, at least I can stretch that out enough that I don't have to videotape, video myself or video anything, so, but yeah. Well, I'm answering questions before they have to be answered. Okay, I'm sorry. Question number 12 is, do you have a writing a word count, a chapter goal for your writing sessions? Right now, yes. As of February 1st, excuse me, 1,600 words a day. I am a new writer, like very new. I've been doing this for a year maybe. So right now, 1,600 words is attainable for me. I started last year with 750, and I saw that I was writing, between 1,000 and 1,500 words a day, which took, I would say, I usually like to do 25-minute sprints, so it took me 2-3 sprints to get that done. So I'm pretty quick with it, I think, for me anyway. And so yeah, right now, I feel that I shouldn't have a word count or a chapter? Yes. It would make my life easier, but I put pressure on myself to get a certain amount of words done a day. So eventually, as I get more used to the writing process and writing more things and different things, I think that'll go away. But right now, that's what makes me productive, and that's how I do it. Question number 13. Are there any quirky things you do to make your projects more fun? No, not really. I think for me, the quirkiest thing I've done was I have a Pinterest board of characters that I would like my characters to look like on my Pinterest board, but not really, and I think that's I've heard that that's kind of normal with having Pinterest boards, so you kind of visualize it a little bit better, but and I'm not in fantasy, I'm just crime fiction, but yeah, I mean, that's the quirkiest thing I've ever done, to me. Do you work on multiple projects at one time? In my writing, no, I can't. I tried. And when I tried that, I was putting characters from book A in book B, and characters from book B into book A. So yeah, I can't do it. I have to concentrate on one thing, finish that, and start the next. As far as out of writing, yeah, I have the YouTube channel, so I guess that's a project. So, how often do you research what you're writing? All the time. I set different years, like as far as character, like in my novels, 1995. 2002, 1937, which my character was born in one of my characters was born in 1937. But like, especially the one in 1995, I'm like, I researched things like, did cell phones actually come out? Because my character has a cell phone, but I'm not sure if cell phones actually came out at that time. But yeah, all the time, and there's a lot of things I research about the time, the era, in which I'm writing, such as 1995, Brooklyn, New York. What anything significant happened there? Any movies that came out? Any music? So I try to put that all together to make the story a little bit better. I mean, and I do that all the time. Research is key for me. I mean, I am a history nut, so research is key for me. So, question number 16. How do you organize your projects? Right now is I organize them in Google Docs. My organization skills are not as good as I want them to be, but as far as I would like folders inside of Google Docs with each story, because I have the story itself, where I add my brain dumps, what I call my brain dumps, my chapters, into the main file. And then, so basically I have two. So I have two Google Docs for each story. The story itself, and then what I call the brain dump. So what I wrote that day, the chapter, the characters, whatever, then I copy and paste that to the actual story. So I wish I had like the folder of both the story and the brain dump, as I call it, in one file. But right now it's all on Google Docs and not really organized the way I like it. Question number 17. Do you reward or punish yourself for achieving or missing out on your writing goals? Yeah, who doesn't? I mean, as far as rewards, I reward myself all the time. When I finished that first novel, the first draft of the first novel, I should say that, first draft of the first novel, I celebrated. I jumped up and down. I, got happy. My wife was wondering what was going on. I told her she was happy, and I don't advise this. Do not advise this. But I'm over 21, and I took a shot of whiskey. That was my celebration. But of course, if you're under 21, no drinking. So be legal. Be responsible. But I just had the one shot, and I was very content with myself. So that's what I did. Are there any work similar to your, question 18. Are there any work similar to your projects that you look for and use for inspiration or comparison? No, not really. I mean, when I'm writing, like in the process of writing, when I'm typing out the words on the screen, I have gotten things that I'm like, oh, this sounds kind of like this movie, more like movie than story. There was the book the work in progress I'm currently working on is a mafia boss that dies from cancer, I believe, and his second in command, which is my main character, will be taking over. So I kind of get things from Goodfellas, The Godfather, but very, like, oh, this reminds me of it. Not so much like, oh, what happened there? Let me see if I could. No, I don't do that. But, like, oh, the boss died, or this person died, and that kind of sounds similar to this movie. That's probably the only comparison I could really make. But stories, no, not at all. I mean, I like to be as original as I can with my own things, but, there's so many writers in the world. Would it compare to something? Probably. It's, or at least sounds similar to. Question number 19. How early do you wait to start looking for and hiring editors? I'm not at that stage yet. But if right now, what I would think hiring an editor would be one of my first hires. I'm planning to do my self-edits. I don't self-edit, so I'm going to learn how to and actually self-edit my own, and then I'm hoping to get betas and send it to betas, get their, get their feedback, do any edits that they find, which, knowing me, will probably be quite a bit. And then once I'm happy enough that I'm like, okay, this is presentable enough, I will hire an editor. But as far as hire, that would be my first hire, definitely. Okay. Question number 20. If you finish a first draft or manuscript, tell us how you felt afterwards. Pick your favorite. If you're not through the first draft, tell us. Okay, so I answered this question already too. when I finished my first draft ever, I loved it. I was happy. I was excited. Again, I took that shot of whiskey as a celebration. I normally don't, but I did, and why not? You have to celebrate the moments in life. I'm a big believer in rewards and celebrations, and if you accomplish a goal, celebrate. Why not? Question 21 is tag someone. I am not going to tag someone. I'm going to tag anyone that hasn't done this tag. I would love to hear your process on your writing process. I've got no one tagged me, but like I said, I saw Catalia's, excuse me, wow, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, Storm, Simon Apollo, Ryder Melanin, and Lacasse Marie. And I loved the question so much that I didn't, I tagged myself in. So anyone that hasn't done it, please tag yourself in and let me know that you did so I can see yours. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And God bless and stay safe. Bye-bye.